Hey there, I'm Chef Ani. Today we are making scrambled tofu for breakfast. Now if you are one of the ones that have had a bad experience with tofu, it's probably because it was prepared wrong. The trick to delicious tofu is in the seasoning. Today I'm going to show you how my family seasons our tofu. Tofu is among the most nutritious foods on the planet. It has all of the 8 essential amino acids. It's a complete plant protein. Eating tofu reduces the risk of stroke and heart disease. Now, most Americans eat eggs as a normal breakfast food. One egg has 187 milligrams of cholesterol. 2 eggs would have 374 milligrams of cholesterol. And if you have 3 eggs, it would have 561 milligrams of cholesterol. Did you know that the daily recommended allowance for cholesterol is 300 milligrams? If you have risk factors, they recommend only 200 milligrams per day. Do you know that tofu actually lowers cholesterol? So tofu is something that we can safely incorporate into our diet. So enough talking, let's get cooking. I like to start with some fresh onion. Now I'm going to saute the onion in just a little bit of olive oil, but if you don't want to use olive oil, you can use water. And we're going to add our onions, and as you can see, I chopped them pretty fine. While our onions are cooking, we're going to mince some garlic. Now I order my garlic from New Mexico. This garlic is very flavorful and very fresh. I didn't realize this, but there are a ton of varieties of garlic, and they all have different flavors. So if you would like to learn some more about this garlic or buy some of it, then there'll be a link in the description of this video. Okay, so let's mince this up. So in we go with the garlic. Now you can find tofu in your local grocery store, usually in the fresh produce section. I like to use the extra firm organic tofu. Now the first thing you want to do is to take the tofu out of the packet, and you just want to squeeze it to get rid of any excess water. That is going to allow our tofu to absorb more flavor. Next, we're going to smash the tofu. This is the fun part. And if you have kids in the house, they will love to do this. It's good to have one of these potato mashers for this, but if you don't have one, you can use a fork. And you want to get it to a pretty uniform consistency. You don't want any large lumps. The next step is probably the most important step. We're going to season our tofu. Now obviously people's tastes vary from person to person, so I would encourage you to adjust the seasoning to how you like it. Now there are a few ingredients that I think is a must. One of these ingredients is turmeric. This is going to do a couple of things for us. First of all, it is super healthy, and second of all, it's going to give us that yellow beautiful color. And for the recipe with the exact measurements, you can head over to my website. There's a link in the description of this video. Next, I would highly recommend that you put in some nutritional yeast flakes, and a couple of reasons is that it tastes amazing, and then it also contains B vitamins, and a little onion and garlic powder is really good for the flavor. And of course, we need some salt. Now let me tell you a little trick. If you really like the smell and taste of eggs, add a little bit of this Himalayan black salt. Yep, that smells like eggs. Now I'm using regular salt today because that's what I normally do. But if you have someone who really likes the taste of eggs, you might just pop a little bit of this in your tofu too. Now this is the basic seasoning I use in my tofu, but it needs more seasoning. So I'm going to add some herbs today. And this is where you can be really creative and use the kind of seasonings that you prefer. So I'm going to add a little bit of dried dill, dried basil, and Italian seasoning. Now I like to add a little bit of cayenne. Now, not to make it too spicy, but just to add a little bit of flavor. So we stir that all together, and now we're going to add it to our pan. You will notice that it gets yellower as it heats up. That's the turmeric taking effect. As you can see, our tofu is now yellow and it looks delicious. I like to add some fresh things right at the end to make it look beautiful and also taste delicious. My family loves it when I add just a little bit of fresh salsa. Not too much, just a little bit. My mom thinks this step is optional, but I really don't think this is optional. And lastly, I'm going to garnish with some fresh parsley. Now I get to try this. 100% plant-based, 100% healthy, and 100% delicious. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join me in this adventure to eat healthier, one recipe at a time.